they're even hiring private investigators to literally tail you.
Okay, so I'm being watched right now by his attorney.
To build a case against
Good girl, do your job.
This is money well spent because they are making the evidence more persuasive.
Work really, 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 really hard. Good girl.
What exactly pertains?
That's a BMW. Bro, somebody just left their gum on the thing. Bro, see? What the is that? Why would somebody just leave their gum? What?
Oh, what's going on? Journey, up here, over here. What's going on? What?
All right, one sec, I'll be done.
Bree's back on payments. Bree, your car's getting towed. Bree, your car's getting towed. Oh. What the fuck?
So I'm finally ready to tell my side of the story. I never wanted to have to tell this story, but since a man thought it was his place to tell it for me and put it out there, I think now it's time.
Y'all, I never thought I'd say this, but Brianna Olsen is making Ash Trevino look like Mother of the Year. And trust me, that's not an easy title to lose. Ash has been the undisputed queen of questionable parenting choices for months, but at least her kids can microwave their own Hot Pockets. Brianna, oh, sis is on a whole other level of mess, and her poor baby Winter is paying the price. The latest disaster? She slept through her custody hearing. That's right. In the middle of a high-stakes custody battle, where most parents would be sweating in a suit, clutching a stack of character references, Brianna was snoring. And not because of some tragic emergency. No, she overslept, and this wasn't even an in-person court date. It was a Zoom call. All she had to do was roll over, grab her laptop, and click a link. But nah, she was too deep in her beauty sleep to care. And the craziest part? She admitted it, on Live with Perez Hilton, like it was some cute little oopsie. Yeah, I missed court because I slept in. Girl, this isn't missing brunch with your girls. This is your child's future we're talking about. Most parents would be mortified if they messed up this badly, but Brianna, she just shrugged it off like it was nothing. Meanwhile, she's skipping doctor's appointments and forgetting flights. If you thought the court no-show was bad, buckle up. Brianna was live on TikTok partying with friends when she casually dropped, "If 2K sees this, tell him I'm not gonna make it to Winter's doctor's appointment." Excuse me? You're publicly announcing that you're ditching your kid's medical visit on a live stream, and you can't even text the father yourself? The audacity is staggering. But wait, it gets worse. She was supposed to fly to Texas to see Winter. But guess what? She forgot to book a flight. Not couldn't afford it. Not had an emergency. She just didn't bother. And now it's been 2 months since she's seen her own child. At this point, I have to ask, does Brianna even want custody, or is this just some twisted game to spite 2K and his mom? The real question, is she a mom or just a petty mess? Let's keep it real. If you truly wanted your child back, wouldn't you be doing everything in your power to prove you're a fit parent? Showing up to court, making doctor's visits, actually visiting your kid? Instead, Brianna's out here treating motherhood like a part-time hobby she can't be bothered with.
Guys, I have to text my ex. If he's on live, can you let him know? If he's on live, can you let him know? I don't know if you saw my text coming up. I can't make it to our son's appointment in the morning. But I'll be there to pick up Winter in the afternoon. If he's on live, let him know. We couldn't find a last-minute flight. We had to get one for the morning. We tried.
There's no flight.
No, we were gonna pay.
There's one that we're gonna pay $1,200 for, but it was landing at 11, which would defeat the purpose. So they
We were gonna pay top dollar to get me there on time, but there was none.
just literally no fucking flight.
So I texted John to let him know I can't make it to our son's appointment, but I'll be there to pick him up. Same day. When's your posting the same day?
Let me get this straight. You haven't laid eyes on your own son in 2 whole months, and when it's finally time to step up, you're too busy catching Z's to make it to his doctor's appointment? Oh, this is rich. And trust me, it gets so much worse. Okay, let's really unpack this. First off, If you genuinely wanted to see your child, your flesh and blood, after 60 days of radio silence, wouldn't you be booking flights days in advance? Setting multiple alarms? Maybe even camping outside the doctor's office like it's a Black Friday sale? But no. Instead, we get a nap. And not just any nap, a nap so deep it made her miss a court-ordered visit. Ma'am. Now, I almost have to give her props for the sheer audacity of her excuse. When Perez Hilton, yes, that messy king, asked her what happened, she didn't spin some elaborate tale about traffic jams or sudden illnesses. Nope, just a casual, oops, I overslept, like she was late for brunch, not a legal obligation to her kid. And honestly, part of me respects the lack of a fake sob story. But the other part of me is screaming, girl, this is your child, not a Tinder date. But here's the thing. This isn't just about a missed appointment. It's about priorities. Because let's be real, this same person stays posting designer hauls and luxury vacations like money grows on trees. So when she tries to play the I couldn't afford the flight card, baby, bye, the internet ain't stupid. We see the receipts. So what do you think? Is this just a case of life happens, or is this peak Delulu behavior? Drop your hottest take in the comments, because you know I live for the drama. And hey, if you're as invested as I am in this train wreck, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Because trust me, this story is far from over. And now let's carry on to the next clip.
You have a lawyer though, right?
Yeah, I rehired my old one.
Wow.
It's not because I don't care. I'm just being honest. Like, I slept in, and I didn't think, it was remote court. Like, I didn't think I needed to show up. I mean, they were probably gonna let him get that visit anyways.
And
Look,
you
It's
also,
really only 1 month. It's only 1 month.
but are you worried now that that's going to be like, is it the same judge next month that had this ruling?
Yeah.
Are you worried that the judge might not look favorably upon you next month because you didn't show up to the hearing this week?
It's not like it was a big deal. It was just an emergency order he filed. He does it all the time.
So if they do take away custody, would you be able to still get visitation even if you don't have custody?
I mean, I don't think they would take away custody of my own child just because of something stupid like that. So cute.
Y'all, I need someone to explain to me how you miss a virtual court hearing when all you have to do is roll over and turn on your computer. Like, seriously? This whole situation is giving desperate for drama energy, and we haven't even gotten to the craziest part yet. Because after she no-shows for court, she hops on live like nothing happened, only to start calling 2K a narcissist. Now, let's talk about that for a second. I've seen some of y'all in the comments saying the same thing, and while I get that he's got that cocky, unbothered vibe, calling him a full-blown narcissist, that's a huge claim, one you better be ready to back up. But hold up, because y'all are not ready for what she said next. So, here's the tea. She was supposed to do some kind of podcast or event. Honestly, at this point, who even knows? But right before she goes live, 2K calls her to let her know that Winter, their son, is sick and needs to go to the hospital. Now, this isn't just him being a decent co-parent. It's literally in their court order that if there's any kind of emergency, they have to notify each other. So, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. And what does she do? Accuses him of taking their son to the hospital just to ruin her day. Girl, be serious. If he hadn't told her, she'd be all over TikTok crying about how he's keeping her in the dark when their child is sick. But because he did inform her like he's legally required to, now he's a narcissist. The mental gymnastics here are Olympic level. Look, I've said it before. I find her entertaining, I really do. But at some point, you gotta call a hot mess. Going on TikTok live to rant about how your child's father is actively trying to sabotage you because he checks notes. Took your sick son to the hospital? That's a level of delusion I was not prepared for today. Y'all, if anyone can make this make sense, slide into the comments, because my brain hurts.
Okay, this is a little bit of a reach. I'm not saying I agree with this, but let me just read this comment. This is a little bit of a reach, but I wouldn't put it past him. She convenient. Took Winter to the hospital the same day of your podcast. I think he's just trying to ruin the day for you. He's the narcissist. Let me say one thing. Yes, he is a narcissist. Yes, we all know that it's textbook. Narcissists are known for, textbook narcissists are known for ruining special days and special occasions for you. So if you guys have ever heard, if you ever dated a narcissist, They will always ruin your birthday. You will never have a good birthday with a narcissist because they will always steal that shine from you because they want all the like attention for them and not for you. So they will ruin that day for you any way that they can. I'm not relating that to today, but I'm just saying, like, I think that's what that girl is trying to say. But yes, he is a narcissist. Do I believe he's using this to like ruin my day? I mean, no, but do I put anything past him? No.
Y'all, I can't even wrap my head around this one. Imagine being so wrapped up in your own drama that you get mad at your baby daddy for taking your sick child to the hospital. Like what? That's not just petty, that's next level irrational. And yet here we are, watching this train wreck unfold in real time. From missed flights to emotional Instagram rants, this story has more twists than a Netflix thriller, and trust me, you're gonna want to stick around because it only gets messier. So, as y'all saw, someone in the comments straight up called 2K a narcissist, and she co-signed it. Let that sink in. In her mind, him rushing their son to the hospital wasn't about the kid's health. It was just a personal attack against her. Like, ma'am, be so for real right now. Your child is sick, and your first thought is, he's just doing this to spite me? The math ain't mathing. Now, here's where the plot thickens. She was supposed to finally fly out to see her son after not laying eyes on him for 2 whole months. And let's not forget, she's been saying the only reason she hasn't visited is because doctors said he was too sick to travel. But when it's go time, suddenly there are delays, setbacks, and plot twist, she's now in the hospital herself, talking about how she feels like giving up. Look, I get it. Life is hard. But when you're a parent, nothing should stop you from being there for your kid. If she really wanted to be in Texas with her son, she could move there. Period. But instead, we're watching this play out in cryptic social media posts and vague booking rants.
Cheap-ass airline. Delta's cheap? What the fuck, ho? Bro, shit like this is just so frustrating. Like, I wish I just lived in the same city as my son sometimes, so it just, none of this, I had to deal with none of this. Cause this shit, and don't take this the wrong way, but this shit makes me not even want to, like, do any of this. It makes me, like, not even want to try, because it's, like, so much bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. Excuse me. Baby killer, what? I didn't get Vale to come tonight. Jordan's literally on the phone right now trying to figure out my flight. I gotta go to Uber pickup. I need to go tan. I don't know why Vale doesn't want to go. I feel like she's a little bit discouraged because her situation's very, like, bad too. Like, you know, he's being super difficult. His family's being difficult. They don't want to let her see her kids, even for a fucking hour, even through a fucking phone screen. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's hard to deal with. I was on the way to the airport. Travis, tell them. Travis took me to the airport 2 hours ago, right? My flight's supposed to leave in like an hour. Bruh, I check in. It says 15-hour delay. 15-hour. We call. Jordan gets a
What airline are you using? Spirit?
booking. Yeah, bro. It was the last one left.
Spirit?
And they still charge me like $400 just to get there. I was like, bro, just book me any
Just
flight, Jordan.
$400?
Just fucking get me there. And so he books it. They fucking, of course, because it's Spirit, they fucking delay it. We get a full refund. He's rebooking me on a new one. I told John.
Why don't you fly to another, like Vegas, and Vegas to Dallas?
Bro, I'm trying to figure it out. He's figuring it out.
Go to Vegas.
So, yeah, I messaged John's attorney right now, and I said, look, this is out of my control. I can't meet at the time tomorrow. I'm gonna try my best to just get there sometime tomorrow. I'll update you as soon as I have an update.
And have you got a response yet?
No, because she's not, it's like 9.
So, she drops this bombshell about a 15-hour flight delay, throwing her whole life into chaos. But here's the thing. Nobody else can confirm it. I did some digging, checked flight logs, even scoured airline reports. Nothing. And it's not just me. People in the comments are calling it out too. No delays, no cancellations, no paper trail. So what's really going on here? Let's break it down. If she was actually stuck in LA, we'd at least have weather as an excuse. Except LA's been nothing but sunshine and clear skies. And a 3-hour flight to Texas suddenly turning into a 15-hour nightmare? Nah, that math ain't mathing. At first, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt, but the more we look into this, the more it feels like something's being hidden. And here's where it gets messy. While she's supposedly stranded, her socials tell a very different story. Luxury rentals, high-end parties, rubbing shoulders with celebs. It's giving priorities all the way out of order. Look, I get it. The influencer bag is tempting. But when your kid's waiting on you and you're out here living like a VIP, that's not just bad luck. That's bad choices.
Brie Olsen, boo, is it too soon for jokes? Is it too soon to call you brokey? Is it too soon to say you're not in our tax bracket? Is it too soon to say that you need to get those running shoes on that you were bitching that your man had bought you to walk back down the hill? Because just the other day while you were using your kid as a prop and napping him across state lines, you were telling all of us, along with your baby daddy, that we weren't in your tax bracket and that you had to have money and cars. Now, your cars come from a rental scam, don't get me wrong. And by the way, Grand Theft Auto and the girl, that's not how Grand Theft Auto works. That man is stealing cars and then renting them out to people. Just like your sugar daddy with your car. Girl, we were not born yesterday. Just because I did not pass geometry does not mean that I don't know that 2 + 2 is not equaling 4 at this moment. But you made it so clear to us. And see, it's always the ones that have all the labels on. It's always the ones screaming how much money they have in these flashy-ass cars that are at least 2 months behind, that are broke as crap. Because people who have money don't have to convince anyone they have money. It's not a facade, it's reality. And most of them also shop at Target and Walmart and everywhere they can get a deal because they like saving money. They don't need to convince everyone. It's people like you who are actually broke and being PIMP'd out, putting everyone down. See, it's straight mean girl mentality. And what's funny is mean girl mentality is nothing but insecurity and lack of confidence. And see, those of us who aren't insecure, do have a little bit of confidence about us and are stable in life, can see through you a mile away. So now I just feel like, since you've called us all broke, and the only true thing you've ever said was that 2K wasn't in your tax bracket, because he's not, sis. Hell, he's the only one that out all that group that should be walking up the hill. And on top of that, while I'm on this, when the hell did Check the Star enter the chat? We have Aaron Carter. I'm still waiting on someone to connect the dots with Check the Star and Aaron Carter, because when all that happened, no one was talking about it. Then we have Lieutenant Dan. He jumps on that like a parasite. And then here we are jumping on this. But you know, I will say this is the group he fits with the best. And if any of y'all are listening to Check the Star on any type of recovery, mental health, or anything, you need a commitment. Okay? You need some grippy socks and you need a vacation. Because if Check the Star is who you're getting your advice from, you're going to be Brianna Olsen 2.0. Okay? Anyone that wants to jump in a repoed car so it can't be taken isn't working with a full deck of cards. Okay? That frontal lobe was never connected, because the police will ask you to get out of it. And additionally, 6 months behind in a car payment, that is actually impressive. And while I've never been a sugar baby, I've had far too many propositions to have a sugar daddy, which is almost offensive to me, because it just makes me feel like I'm like screaming damsel in distress when I'm super hyper independent. Because believe it or not, sis, there are some girls in this world who don't need or want a man to take care of them in the way that you are. We do see them for more than dollar signs. However, I do know in all the propositions that have come my way, this wasn't part of the deal. And phoning their family when bills weren't paid also is not how any of that works. Additionally, if you're going to tell us your sugar daddy didn't pay for it, you should probably remember what you told us about 2 months ago. And I'll also say this, because I'm not normally the one, I'm pretty humble. But if you're going to flex on people, you should probably have a BMW that's like, I don't know, made within the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. That's not being repossessed. Because people with actual money, I don't have money like that, but I'm humble as shit when it comes to it. I'll be the first to tell you, babe, I bought this hoodie off of Etsy for $6. These are knockoff Target glasses. I love me a deal, okay? But Humble Pie and Karma are coming right back around to you. Oh, and I'm going to get my popcorn for this one, babe. Popcorn it up.
So what's really happening? A cover-up? A clout chase gone too far? Or just plain old bad judgment? Drop your theories below. I need to hear what y'all think. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because this story is far from over. Trust me, you do not want to miss what comes next. See y'all in the next video.